Hi, welcome back to English 111 Online. This week is going to be continuing to work on your rough draft. Apply your smart thinking feedback that you got for your rough draft and continue to polish the rough draft to make it as good as it possibly can be. Make sure in your introduction that you cover what the Global Gender Gap Report actually is. You can get that information from the report itself. Also make sure that your reader knows in the introduction why it's important to have as the least global gender gap that a country can possibly have. What are the benefits of decreasing that gender gap, making opportunity for everyone more equal? And then on your body paragraphs, make sure that you have your own commentary. You're not just translating the data to sentences, which was one of your assignments to do, but you're adding sentences that talk about the implications of the data that you're reporting. So what does it mean for the country? You can put in your own ideas about how the country could go about making the gender gap lessened, and how some things that you might see that correlate to other things, like perhaps if not as many women are getting educated, then perhaps that is related to the fact that not as many are working in the high-paying positions. So put your own comments on there as well. I'll be looking for that, and you probably won't get your 3+ pages if you don't have a lot of your own commentary on there. So in your conclusion, I really like the idea of, for your final statement, of like make a prediction about where the country is heading, or if they make some improvements, how they can continue to lessen the gap and become more equal and get closer to parity in all of those 4 categories. So that's what I want you to put your first effort towards this week, getting that ready. When you finish that, you can go to the link down here on the graded assignments, Core 3 Data Analysis Essay Final. That needs to be done before midnight on March 31st. And of course, if anything happens so that your computer messes up, or something happens that you don't make that deadline, email the document to me as soon as possible, and I will post it or upload it for you. Now, there's a second thing that I need for you to do this week too, and it relates to our Project 4 that is coming up, and that is going to be the Core Project 4, a problem solution persuasive essay, and it's going to be a research paper also. It's going to be based on information that you gather from at least 5 sources, but no more than, say, 6 sources for this paper. But you're going to have to find your own sources. But I've started you out at a place that will give you a lot of information, and you can explore that. So what I've done is I have included it here, Essay 4, Problem Solution Persuasive Essay. You can view that document to see what this research paper that will be coming up. We'll start working on it next week. But I want you to go ahead and become familiar with what the assignment is actually asking you for. You'll be choosing one of the United Nations global goals to work on for this paper. There is a YouTube video here. It's really short, introduced by Malala, on the global goals and why they're important, some of the things that are covered. And then in the actual document itself, there's a live link in there in several places to the Global Goals website, so that you can look at those goals. There's 17 of them. You can look at them and you can pick 3 that you would not mind. Let me go ahead and click on the journals. This is what I want you to complete, this 3-2-1 journal. It's really easy, an easy 100 that you can get. But in the journal, answer these questions based on the Global Goals video that you're going to look at. And then, what are 3 global goals that you find interesting? What are 2 global goals that you think you might be interested in enough to actually read some and do some research on it? And then finally, what is the 1 global goal that you are ready to start reading and finding out about? So go ahead and start your research if you have time this week. If you don't, at least get this journal done where you're familiar enough to for us to really start talking about the assignment next week. So that is the gist of this week. Work on your revising your essay for data core, the data, and take a look to the future for this next essay that we're going to be doing, this research paper. And I will talk to you next time.